My doctor said, your cholesterol's a crime scene, son. I said, Doc, those triple bacon cheeseburgers are just for fun. But my heart's a ticking time bomb wrapped in flab and a gravy skin. I chase my breath up one flight, then need a oxygen tent and gin. I treat my lungs like a smokestack, my liver like a dive bar drain. I tell myself we all gotta go sometime as I cough up acid rain. My colon sending memos, my kidneys waving a white flag. But I'm committed to this couch, this bag of chips. Yes, my body is a gag. But since you don't give a hoot, well, why should I? You think this vessel's a rental with no landlord in the sky? You say we're just clever monkeys on a rock, spinning in the void. So pass the lard, the cigarettes, let's get this body destroyed. Since you don't give a hoot, well, why should I? My neighbor's roof is caving in, his dog's been barking for a week. His mailbox overflowing hurt his foundation start to creak. He lost his job, his wife, his truck threw a rod. I think I could go over, offer help, be a friendly human link. But I got my own hedges to trim, my own Instagram to feed, and his problems are his problems, it's a philosophy, you see. He's just a stranger in a box 10 feet from my own front door. I'll just turn the volume up, pretend not to hear him pound the floor. But since you don't give a shit, well, why should I? You tell me it's survival of the fittest, dog eat dog, do or die. We're just atoms in a universe that's cold and doesn't feel. So I extend a hand to help a wound that isn't mine to heal. Since you don't give a shit, well, why should I? The pundits scream on YouTube and TV, the other side is screaming back. Truth gets buried in a landfill of spin, vitriol, and endless hack. The vote's a scam, the system's rigged, the rich get richer, what's the use? I'll just share another meme and sit here sipping my fresh squeezed juice. Our city council sells our parks to build another data center lot. Our schools are crumbling, our kids are learning what they're not. The social fabric's tearing and the common good is called a scam. I'll change my profile picture and not give a damn. But since you couldn't care less, well, why should I? You say the world is broken and there's no point in asking why. We're just cogs in a machine that's grinding souls to dust and grime. So let the towers fall, it's the natural order of our time. Since you couldn't care less, well, why should I? The glaciers melt like ice cubes in a cocktail glass of gin. The forest burns, the oceans rise, the air is getting thin. I see the pictures of polar bears on their shrinking floes of ice and think, well, that's a bummer. Then I finger scroll past once or twice. My plastic bag is in the sea, my carbon footprint size 12 wide. I'll buy a metal straw and then feel better deep inside. The scientists are screaming, but they sound like such a bore. I'll just recycle this one can and think I've evened up the score. But since you don't give it a second thought, why should I? You say it's inevitable cycles, the earth will heal after we all die. We're just a temporary fever on a rock that has no soul. So let the climate do its worst, it's just the final bell we toll. Since you don't give it a second thought, Why should I? But then a quiet thought breaks through the static and the noise. That whisper isn't just a firing of neural sparks and ploys. It feels like something deeper, like a signal from a distant star. It says you are not just a body that will rot and turn to clay. Not just a consumer with a debt you're forced to pay. Not just a voter, not just a poll, not just a heartbeat, or just working for pay. You see, there is a monad, single beating heart of everything. A consciousness that flows through you, whether a pauper or a king. It feels the glacier's silent cry, it feels your neighbor's pain. It knows the sparrow when it falls and feels the acid rain. Your soul isn't yours alone, it's a facet of the whole, a piece of a shared spirit that is the reflection of the goal. Where every act of apathy when you think you've just checked out is a wound upon that spirit. That's what it's all about. So you can say we're worthless, just a selfish, listless beast, but that's a hollow, lonely lie to say the very least. The truth is you are sacred, and the truth is so are they. And since you have a soul, my friend, that's why I care today.